To the cloud. Okay, we're ready, and let's see if I can get live on YouTube to go. Okay. Let's see how this works. I think we're going live. Okay, we're going live on YouTube as well. So it's just my name on YouTube, just so you guys know. I think I sent you the link as well. It's also on the Facebook page as we posted it. So today we have 4 people that are going to showcase their businesses and give the public a little idea of what each person does. And hang on, I'm just verifying here on YouTube. And what type of either products or practices they have. We're going live on YouTube as well. So here we go. It's just my name on YouTube, just so you guys know. I think I sent you the link as well. It's also on the Facebook page as we posted it. So today we have 4 people that are going to showcase their businesses and give the public a little
on the side here. Oh my God.
Idea of what each person does. And
all right, well, we're recording.
Verifying here on YouTube. So you guys can mute yourself when you're not talking, and the person who's going to be on. Let me put that down over there. Okay. I'm not sure which way I'm going to do this here. So today we have 4 people that are going to showcase their business. All right, it's going to do backup. Uh-oh. How do we keep that? All right, well, we're recording.
Quiet. Hang on.
So you guys can mute yourself when you're not talking.
Hang on, let me find the mute button for that.
Put that down over there.
Hang on. Okay, we're mute. Hopefully that's continuing to. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. So the first person today that we're going to be speaking with is Therese Baumgart. Therese is down in the southern part of the state in the Havens area. I always thought that was interesting because for the first time, can you hear me okay?
Yes, great.
Yes, okay. So for the first time, just yesterday, I was talking to somebody and she goes, she's a realtor, and actually she's going to be on one of the shows this month. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to the Havens. And I was like, oh, I never thought of it that way. But like, it's like a haven. A haven is a warmer, loving place to go. I thought, how cute that you live down that way. and you're in that area. And I just thought it was just ironic because I'd never thought of like New Haven, West Haven, East Haven as the Havens. So, but Teresa's from the Havens area. And tell me a little bit about your holistic practice and you know, which modalities you use and which ones you find like most benefit to like subconscious, the subconscious mind or that kind of thing. If you want to give us a little overview of what your practice is like.
Sure. Good morning, Shirley and everyone. I love the idea of living in the Havens, and I hope that the work that I do and the practice that I have is a haven for people. So I think that's just beautiful. The way
what a good tie-in, huh?
That's pretty great. Fortunately, coming at one of the good things, I could say one of the opportunities that have come out, the growth opportunities from the quarantine has been that my haven is expanding to the whole world because I've been able to bring my practice online. So I now have a virtual practice 100%, and it probably will stay that way because it seems to have a lot of benefits and advantages, and the techniques that I was using in person with people seem to be as effective and even more powerful for some reason online, maybe because the focus is so direct and there's not any kind of ambient things, and they're not looking around the room to notice different things or getting easily distracted. They're very just tuned in. It's just a very strong connection. So I really like that. Plus the flexibility because with the office I had, I shared it with several other practitioners, and I had to coordinate, my day was Monday, but what if the client couldn't come on Monday? It was a little more of a ordeal, say, stress to schedule everybody and have it agree with the other people's schedules. So this way, I'm very flexible, and if the person wants to come on Tuesday at 2 o'clock, probably I could do it.
Oh, nice. So your business has really changed since the quarantine.
It has. The modalities have not changed, but they have become, I think, more effective and more powerful. I was afraid that something would be lost, but in fact.
So can you tell a little bit about one or two of the modalities that you use and the names of them?
Yes, I am a practitioner, and my business is called Hypnosis and EFTCT.com. That's the way you write
That's the website.
The website,
okay.
Right. So the way it's said is it's Hypnosis and EFT in Connecticut. That's the name of the business. Okay. I've expanded the modalities that I use, so that business name is just kind of part of it now. It's not the whole of the modalities. I am a certified practitioner of emotional freedom techniques, sometimes called EFT tapping. And I am a certified practitioner of hypnosis and a certified practitioner of emotion code.
I think emotion code is your newest one, correct?
That's right. That's right. And some of you were volunteered to be my.
I was a victim. Yep. Loved it.
Oh, my training clients. Right. I had to do about 40 sessions when I was training. I got a big dose, but it was a lot of work. But, it gave me so much confidence.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I started as a practitioner with so much experience and had seen such a variety of situations that it was a really good and thorough training, and I'm very grateful for it.
Can you tell a little bit about what the training actually does for somebody? Like, say, name an area where someone is having difficulties or struggles, and what it actually does for them. Just, you don't have to name names, obviously. Just what it started out as, and now where they are with the modality. Like, let's just use emotion code, that one for now.
Well, for the emotion code, it could be anything that is an obstacle in their life, or something that is a feeling, a symptom, a situation. And you wouldn't think that situation, a particular situation, would be related to what the program is telling you, because the program works with subconscious mind. And any of you who are familiar with muscle testing, some of you may be, some not, it's an energetic testing. And if you've been to some kind of alternative practitioner, you may have they may have used muscle testing with you to get a yes or no response from your subconscious mind through your muscles, through your body. If the muscle goes weak, it's a no. If the muscle stays strong, it's a yes. So you can ask lots of questions like that and find out what your subconscious mind thinks.
So you're saying that the basis of it is physical ramifications of whatever that emotion is. So if there's a fear around driving on highways, let's say, then you can work through that with somebody.
Well, you can find out if they have that fear.
Yeah.
Yes or no, or there's a whole very complex map that you go through. It's like a screen, then another screen, then it leads to another screen, then it leads to another screen. And the way it's used is that since the person is not in my presence, I'm not going to be pressing down on their arm to get a yes or no. Excuse me. I'm going to be their proxy. They're giving me permission to be doing muscle testing on their behalf. So I'm asking the question for them and getting the answer. So the way I do it is, let's say they have whatever it is, a business problem, let's say. They're doing everything they can, you know, with conscious mind. They did the time management, they did the marketing, they did whatever, but there's still something that's not clicking and they're not getting the results that they want. Like I have a couple of clients right now who I'm working on for business issues, and seeing amazing progress. It's amazing. But anyway, so then I can ask the program. The main thing you do, that I do, is get conscious mind out of it. It's not something I know. I don't know anything about them. I don't diagnose, treat, or cure anyone of anything, and I am not a medical practitioner. That's one of the main things that I tell people. I'm a coach. So I'm just following the program with my intuitive muscle testing. So if they, let's say Shirley said, I want to up-level my business. And I've done everything I can. I don't know what to do. You know, something's in the way. I wish I could have Zoom meetings, but something's blocking me. Because Shirley is a very shy person, you know, so I could understand why she would be having this issue. So what I would do, I would look at the emotion code map and I would just say, for Shirley's highest and best good, what is the first thing that we can do to clear any blocks for Shirley to up-level her business and be able to do Zoom meetings or whatever your goal was. So then we would go through the program and it would take me one place and then I would ask more questions and get a yes or no. Then it would take me someplace else, then someplace else. And I don't know what the answer is going to be.
So it's very interactive, back and forth the whole time.
It's very interactive.
How long is a session approximately?
Usually an hour, unless the person gets very tired, because once they start to release a lot of subconscious material, they may get very tired. That could happen. And I have them drink water before the session and after the session. So that's just a little basis of how emotion code works. It could also work with the physical things. Somebody that's having, let's say, a problem with their eyes. I would just do this, start at the same place. For so-and-so's highest best good, what is the first thing that we should do to help them with their eyes? And then we follow the program. And they might think, well, wait a minute, that has nothing to do with my eyes. But, you know, since your body and mind are all connected, you see how it fits in at the end.
Right. So it's a full picture of where somebody's at and how you can address them, starting with the physical, but going into the emotional, which is then into the subconscious.
And the spiritual. That's exactly right.
Yeah. We only have a couple minutes left. So can you give your email, can you give your email and your phone number out so people can contact you?
Sure. The phone number is 203-710-7438. And my website is hypnosis and ANDEFTCT for Connecticut.com.
Okay.
And I have a website that explains everything. But if I have another minute, I can tell you that this same example of someone with business obstacles, you can also work with EFT.
Okay.
And that is also a bridge technique for starting in conscious mind, going into subconscious mind, and bringing it back up to conscious mind where it can be cleared. Because hiding in subconscious mind are the basis of self-sabotage, conflicted feelings, and objections that are hidden from us. So when you work with subconscious mind, you have access to that 95% that we don't usually have of our mind and brain.
Right.
We only have 5% in our conscious mind. So that is why I work in subconscious mind, because that's where things.
That's where the key is, huh?
That's right. And then the last thing that is a main modality of mine is hypnosis. And that's a very, very powerful tool to reach the subconscious mind and give positive suggestions. So I very often start with the release clearings, which is emotion code and EFT. And then I go on to hypnosis, which will kind of secure the new positive programming.
Nice.
So I'd
Well,
be
this
happy
is wonderful. I know it's a quick overview, and certainly people can get in touch with you. Hypnosis, EFTCT.com. And then what is what's the best email to reach you at?
Therese at hypnosis and EFTCT, that stands for Connecticut, of course, .com.
And say your phone number one more time.
203-710-7438. And because of this quarantine situation and people losing their jobs, I have reduced all of my prices.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bargain, and it's neat. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for being a participant on the Shirley Shopping Show today. Certainly appreciate it. And I know a lot of your work, and I've experienced some of your work, and I was happy to hear that you wanted to be a participant today. So thank you again. And at the end, we'll wrap up everybody. But the next person we're going to go to, thank you, Therese. Next person, Molly, can you unmute yourself? And Molly is with Arbonne, and Arbonne has a lot of botanical-based products, like gluten-free. They're very clean. So Molly, do you want to tell us a little bit? It's did I say your last name right? Graffam?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So Molly Graffam is going to tell us a little bit about her Arbonne business. How long have you been in business?
I've been with Arbonne for about 9 months.
Okay.
And I'm a district manager, which means that I have reached like the second of 4 levels in the company. So I'm really excited about pursuing this company just because I fell in love with the philosophy. And just a little bit about myself in general. I'm getting my PhD in marine science. I'm an environmentalist. I'm also a fitness instructor, so I wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
But Arbonne is something that I'm also really passionate about. And I got started with the company about 9 months ago when my yoga teacher introduced me to it. And again, I just fell in love with the nutrition and the company's philosophy.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say is their main product line? And then what would be the impetus for what you have done and worked with so far in terms of products?
Our main line is the Arbonne 30 Days to Healthy Living program, which is how I got started.
Okay.
About 9 months ago, last summer, I was just feeling like I wanted a reset with my nutrition. I was feeling like I had low energy. I was kind of using coffee and caffeine as a way to stay up, work late, study late at night. And then there was also some things like I was just feeling like lethargic and bloated after I was eating. I had some stress and anxiety that was leading to breakouts. So overall, I just wanted like a complete reset. And I knew I needed to do something different with my diet because a lot of those things stem from diet. So I gave the 30 Days to Healthy Living program a shot, which I was a little bit skeptical. I had never really done these types of diet or health programs before, but I really liked the philosophy because it's not considered a diet. We're just working on like changing healthy habits or changing unhealthy habits to healthy habits to help support an overall healthier lifestyle. And the results are different for everybody, but in my case, I started seeing changes within the first few weeks of improving my diet, and I had more energy, my skin improved, my confidence about my skin improved as well. So once I started seeing the results for myself, I shared it with a few other people, and they actually had great results as well. So I was like, I might as well keep sharing this. It seems to be working for me and for other people that I know.
Mm-hmm. And with the product line that you're using right now, like say, what does a 1 month supply run price-wise? Or is that how they do it?
Yeah, we
Okay.
do the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, which is like this all-inclusive kit and support. So the program costs less than $10 per day. It comes out to about $300 for the whole month,
Mhm.
but that includes like a sign-on fee to get discounts throughout the rest of the year. So there are a little bit of upfront costs, but it comes out to about like less than $10 today when you break it down per day. That was actually for me, you know, I actually live in Long Island right now. So I was getting, you know, a coffee a day, you know, going out to lunch. So for me, switching over to this program actually helped me save money.
Right.
Because
Plus
I
you're
was
getting the nutrition you were looking for.
exactly, I
Right.
was
So there's
increasing.
actually, it's like a shake, so that's replacing a meal type of a thing.
Yes, I can show
Right.
you.
Sure.
So
Let's
it
see what they
comes
look
with
like.
bags of vegan protein.
Okay.
So we get 60 meal replacement shakes. So you're increasing your nutrient intake, your protein intake. It also comes with a probiotic.
Mhm.
So it's like a month's worth of supply of probiotic, which comes with, which has in it prebiotics that support a healthy gut microbiome
Mhm.
and digestive enzymes.
We know
It
how
comes
important that is nowadays, especially building up your
exactly
immune system to be robust.
right. A lot of our immune system actually is linked to our gut health, so
Right.
it's really important to support our gut health. The program also comes with detox tea, so a month's worth of supply of tea that has milk thistle that supports the liver function. It also comes with my favorite, which is these energy fizz sticks. It's basically a little packet, like a kind of like a Crystal Light packet that you add to your water, and it has B vitamins. It has a little bit of caffeine, but much less than what is in coffee. So we're not like using caffeine to help, you know, like I was before. I was using coffee to help me stay up at
Boost
night
your
or whatever, and that
metabolism,
was
right.
actually leading to problems with sleeping. So this just has a little bit of caffeine to like give you a little perk, much less than coffee. But what's actually great about it is that it's low in sugar. It's sweetened with stevia. It has B vitamins like vitamin B12, which is really important for me because I'm a vegetarian. So I want to make sure that I'm getting enough vitamin B12 in my diet.
Right.
And then another option to include in this kit is a greens balance powder, which again, right now has been really popular because people aren't able to get to the grocery store to get their kale and their spinach. So I've been using this greens balance powder in my shakes, and it contains a blend of all different colored vegetables right in a powder that you can add to your shake.
Powder form. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, great. So you add that to your shake in the morning or at lunchtime? Yeah.
Yeah, and the great thing about this shake is that it's plant-based, it's vegan. Again, everything is certified gluten-free, dairy-free. We actually have a bunch of certifications. Our company is free of artificial sweeteners, free of artificial colors, free of artificial fragrances. Everything's botanically based, but especially with the nutrition products, we're free of GMOs.
Yeah.
It's certified kosher, certified
Right.
halal. So that we have a lot of great certifications. But what's really nice is that the protein shake doesn't taste chalky. Like I've been using protein shakes to help support like my protein intake because I'm a vegetarian, so I want to make sure I get enough protein. But this protein is the best that I've tasted, and I've tried a bunch of different kinds. It's just not chalky. It tastes amazing. It tastes like a dessert more than like a nutritional shake.
That's a big plus because sometimes you have nutrition shakes and you got to choke them down, you know.
Yeah.
And that's just not fun.
No, everyone tells me this tastes like a dessert.
Oh, that's even better, right? Who doesn't like dessert? Why don't you give your phone number or your website or your email? What's the best way for people to reach you?
The best way for people to reach me is my phone number or my email address. My phone number is 631-618-8242.
Okay.
And my email address is molly.graffam@gmail.com. Great.
And spell it out just so people have it.
Okay. The email is molly.graffam.
Good. @gmail.com.
@gmail.com.
Okay. And are there any other things that you are interested in doing with virtual now that most people's businesses are, I mean, I have a lot of vendors that are like, okay, well, hopefully July 19th works for a lot of people to come to the next event. I'm going to have indoor and outdoor spaces, and we're getting a thermal thermometer, I guess it's called thermal thermometer, right? So we can do all that protocol stuff for the CDC. But do you plan on doing live events?
Oh yeah. So
summer?
we've been doing live events. I've been doing a lot of live events, and then the 30 Days to Healthy Living program, that's actually great for this time because the products get delivered right to your door, so you don't have to go out and get anything. They get delivered right to your door, and then I kind of coach you through the program.
Right.
And I can do that virtually. We also have a Facebook group that if you do want to participate in the group, you can share recipes. We give meal plans, recipes, accountability, and community support through the Facebook group, and then through the personal coaching.
Yeah, so it's really pretty comprehensive, it sounds.
Yeah, and it's great.
Jumps on board. Yeah.
Right now, because things are virtual, this is kind of still pretty seamless. We can do everything virtually.
Nice, nice. Well, you know what? That's what's really been changing for a lot of people, is realizing how much they can do virtual and still be very connected to what they need. And there will be obviously some physical events at some point. I know for Connecticut anyways, I do have the first date coming up July 19th. And because we're going to have indoor and outdoor booths, and we're also going to be, being able to physically distance the 6 feet or whatever, we're going to have the ability to do things in a different way than we were previously. But I think it's going to be just as effective because people still want to meet face to face at some point, which is, I think it's good. But Zoom and GoToMeetings and some of the other virtual ones that are coming up have been very effective for a lot of people. And as you saw with Theresa's business, taking it to a whole new level of being able to do that. So it's great that, you're in Long Island and here you are doing stuff in Connecticut, so to speak, virtually.
So I'm in Connecticut right now, actually.
Right, but I'm saying,
I'm in Connecticut for the weekend, but I'm going to school in Long Island. So yeah, I'm kind of back and forth now and then. But so yeah, I have business in both Connecticut and Long Island when we can do in-person events.
Right, there's no limitations. In other words, that's the thing I guess I'm driving at is like with the COVID, there's become less limitations that were put on physical things happening, which I think is kind of nice that we have that ability now. We got a couple more minutes. Why don't you give your email again and your phone number one more time before we sign off for you?
Sure. My email is molly.graffam@gmail.com, MOLLY.GRAFFAM@gmail.com. And my phone number is 631-618-8242. And I lastly wanted to say that I think what makes Arbonne different is that we offer products that support all areas of a person's life, whatever they're looking for, like mental support, nutritional support, skin support. And I think that's unique, that many other companies don't recognize this mind, body, skin connection. So I would just say that look into working with me, or just look into Arbonne's ingredient policy if you have some time. I found that it was the best ingredient policy of any company that I could find.
That's great. I'm glad you were able to be part of this today. And we certainly thank you for being here on the live virtual event.
Thank you so much.
With your Arbonne product. Absolutely. So hang tight and we're going to wrap this up near the other end. And the next person, is going to be Stephanie Kaplan. Stephanie, can you unmute yourself, please?
Hello.
There she is.
Everyone. Welcome, Timothy.
Oh, hi, Tim. So the next person we're going to talk to here is Stephanie. And Stephanie, you're going to talk a little bit about the business. Stephanie wears a lot of hats.
Which hat?
Right? Which hat are you going to wear today?
My multiple personality self, huh?
Yeah, right. Hopefully we don't have the psycho part coming out, right? But I know Stephanie is not only a photographer, but she is a Reiki master. She teaches class with Reiki. She does gemstone, the white, what's it called? White.
Gemstone healing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So give the overview of all the different modalities that you do, and then tell us which one you're going to talk about today.
Okay, so I teach mediumship. I'm a psychic medium. I teach other people everyone's able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important for me because there's too many people who say they don't help the person. So what I truly do is that I empower people. My company is Autumn Sage, and I nourish the mind, body, and spirit through vibrational healing. That could be looking at Reiki. I teach all levels of Reiki. That could be sound healing. That could be shamanic journeys. I do full moon ceremonies, new moon ceremonies. My practice, I use the gongs, tuning forks, the rattle, other sounds, crystals, essential oils. I work mainly on the human energy field because my belief is that we all are energy, just everything's energy, from a rock to a tree to the table I'm sitting on, everything has energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I work on the field because I believe that blockages, trauma lies on the field. And before it affects us on a physical level, it's lying on our energy body. We hold things there. So when I'm working on people, I'll tune in psychically, find the blockages, remove them. I don't remove the memory. What I do is help them to not have that trauma affect them on that level. Mm-hmm. So the memory never goes away, but it no longer controls you. So there's a difference. So that's on my working in my room. I also run a lot of fairs at the Red Barn. I'm a practitioner at the Red Barn. I do a lot of events. I do a lot of classes from creating crystal wands, crystal grids, mediumship. I run a mediumship circle at the Red Barn. I run the psychic fairs at the Red Barn, and we're going to change it up a little bit this year. Is that I'm going to have psychics, and we're going to do an online thing for psychics I already have vetted. Well, actually, Shirley and I are going to be vetting another one soon.
Yeah.
Online. I'm hoping to have my fair on the 28th for the Red Barn, 28th of June. That all depends upon how this virus is. If it's going down, yeah, we could do it. If not, of course, we cannot do it.
Right.
We have the space to spread out the psychics. So the 6 feet will not be an issue. We have a big enough building upstairs and downstairs to do that, and spilling outside to the back parking lot to have other vendors as well.
Great.
Questions?
Yeah. So if anybody else has questions, feel free to unmute yourself and, let us know you have a question. I don't have to ask all the questions here. But can you tell us a little bit, or tell me and the rest of the people here a little bit about when you do, say, a reading for somebody to help them clear their blockages, what are typical things that people need blockages cleared from? Like, so what would be an issue somebody would come to you with, and then what you're able to release for them?
Okay, so they lay on the table, and it's, you go through the vibrational healing, like, they're laying on the table. I scan them with my hands, sometimes 6 feet away, because sometimes a blockage, because I'm sure everyone here knows about the energy field. So we go back, we could go as far as 6 feet, and you can feel a blockage on someone 6 feet away from their physical body. So then psychically, I tune into that area that feels a little thick on their body. And I will get a image of that, and then I'll do certain things in the shamanic way to remove and replace, because once you remove energy, you always have to replace it with something more positive. So I will replace, and afterwards the person feels relief, and we talk about what happened. We talk about, like, I had this woman. No, let me go even further than this. This is the one that really blew my mind. I had this gentleman come to me. He's around 23, 24, 20s. And he came because, depression and everything else. So I'm working on him. And I start working on near his solar plex. And then I felt like wound energy, female energy. And he was a male, I mean, male, 100% male. And then psychically, when I went into it, more into his energy field, it was the trauma this man received as a child, as a baby being formed in the mother's womb. The mother was alcoholic, the mother was angry, the mother was all that. So then he was born and he had that abuse for a very long time, but it started in the womb. And of course, working at the Red Barn, I mean, redirect, filling up, making him feel great. But I'm also for a wound that deep and removing it, there's a lot of layers to that. So the beauty of the Red Barn is that I could refer them to a licensed therapist to go on to continue with the healing. So that was one example.
Okay. Yeah. So when you do something like that, what did he say? Like, what would you say he said in terms of how this worked for him?
He felt happy.
Okay.
He felt that thickness that he was carrying around with him was uplifted.
Gotcha. So he felt released.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
A wound that I will also, like I say, refer to, because I believe psychotherapy and energy work goes hand in hand. I don't believe in just one way, or something like the tapping, like you were doing. The tapping will also help to release, to refer him to someone else as well. It's not a one-shot deal, one magical person just helping them. It's all of us working as a team.
Right.
Support, or maybe healthy products will help him with his journey, or the Beamer may help him as another supporting. We're all in this together as a team, helping these individuals. Tim, I'm sorry I don't know what you do, because I'm sure whatever you do will help them as well.
Tim's the opal guy. He does stones and crystals.
I've been, for whatever reason, I've been given the gift of matching people with stones and matching stones with people, and helping through healing in that way, in getting people to reconnect with earth through stones.
That will be perfect. I need to get your contact, because I refer people to stones to carry it forward. Like after I do a moon ceremony, I give people stones to carry, or if I do a meditation with my husband at the salt cave, we always use stone. So you'd be a fantastic person for me to connect with, because then they can have their recipe of stones, which will bring healing to be maintained.
Yeah, it was our first showcase last week on the show here. So it's on the YouTube channel already. You can watch that and get his contact information.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
good tie-in.
Thank you.
Tie in everyone,
Well, and that's what we find is like people need more than one thing to support themselves in life in general. And I think, having the ability to have not only modalities, but products or earth elements or whatever it is that they need energetically to bring themselves to a fuller or better life, to have more serenity or more bliss or less fear or less trauma, overtaking their being. We need a combination of things. Yes, we need talk therapies too, and we need all those other things. And I think that's one of the things that's really nice about holistic type of practices, is that they're also very synergistic, and then you are connected with the people that you feel most helpful, that are going to be most helpful to you personally. And I think that's one of the things that's super nice about how we do things, and not everything's about money, but yes, there are places where you need to spend a couple of bucks to get what you need. I mean, I take supplements too. A lot of people do. And I seek out, EFT, and I've learned some of the EFT stuff. And over the years, so many different things have come my way. And I think it's great when people have the ability to, connect people with the right stones, or give them the EFT or the hypnosis or the other modalities that they need, like we just talked about, or having great products that are clean to put into your body, because this is your only vessel for now anyway, in this lifetime. So let's take good care of it on whatever level we can. And that means energetically as well. So with one of the things that you do, I just want you to touch on it. I know it's not why you came on here today, but can you just tell a little bit about your photography business also, Stephanie?
Yeah. So I am a professional.
We have a few minutes left, yeah.
I'm a professional photographer. So what I do is headshots, weddings, real estate, etc. And what makes me stand out from other photographers is that I'm an energy worker. So I really am reading your energy and bringing out the best to have that best photograph of you to brand your business. You know, psychically, I could see that. And that's why the images come out so meaningful. They come out authentic and they come out beautiful.
They are beautiful.
But can I on house blessing? I don't have time. Thank you.
What's that again?
Do I have time for house blessings?
Absolutely. Go ahead. We got a couple more minutes. Yep.
Okay, so we are energy beings, like everyone knows. And yesterday I had to help a woman remove energy footprints. So energy footprints is that, let's say I move into a house and the tenant or the owners before, their energy is still there. And sometimes when it's negative, it could cause your house not feeling well. So there's certain techniques to use to remove crystals like selenite, black tourmaline could help remove, sound will help remove to change that. So during this quarantine, I've been doing a lot of house blessings over the internet because now people are in the house and people are noticing things that they didn't notice before, and everything is not a spirit. And everyone thinks it's a spirit when it's energy footprints, or it could be, or anxiety causing things in our house as well. Like, that's what I've been doing mainly while we're on lockdown.
And are you going to be doing that at church tomorrow?
Which I was going to do the energy field and removing cords off of us.
Okay.
So talking about the blockages, a lot of people could remove their blockages themselves. And I want to do a couple of techniques, how to remove, to empower, because when I created Autumn Sage, autumn, think of the season, change, sage, think of the wise man. So to create change in a positive way, because I'm more about empowering people instead of making them dependent of me. So that's me.
And you know what? That's one of the things I really liked about you when I first met you. I was immediately attracted to you in that regard. Like, this is a real person who truly cares about the people that she works with and deals with on a regular basis. And actually, Earleen's on. Earleen, can you unmute yourself? Because Earleen introduced you to me originally. Yes. She met, Earleen, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
We can hear you too. Thank you for coming on. So what I was thinking was, you know, back, it's been a few years, probably 3 or 4 years, maybe longer than that. I'm not sure when. Earleen met Stephanie, right? At someplace. Where? Do you remember?
2 places. BNI and at Jennifer's house.
Jennifer's, yes.
Oh, Jennifer Tom. Gotcha. Okay. And so when Earleen introduced me, she goes, "You've got to meet Stephanie." I'm like, "Okay, great." So I'm always up to meeting new people and having new people in my life. I have plenty, but I never mind having more. And so when Earleen told me about Stephanie, that was one of the things I immediately thought about Stephanie was like, she's so giving, she's so loving, and she knows all these things. Like, she just has this ability to really bring it on, you know what I mean? So I just thought this was a great collaboration. Plus then she became our Connecticut liaison with the holistic community professionals, which some of you are, actually almost all of you are members, right? Which is another fabulous organization of really holistic minded people. Before we don't go away, Earleen, Stephanie, can you go back and give people your phone number and your email address or your website, or all three?
So the website I'm still working on. Wow.
Don't worry about that then.
Yeah. But if you go to the Red Barn and Durham.com, I'm listed there. If you go to the Holistic Community Profession website, I'm listed there. If you go to freshconnections.com, Women's Networking Group, I'm listed there as well. Okay. So my email is my 2 last names put together, Rosally-Kaplan, ROSALLY Kaplan, KAPLAN @gmail.com.
Okay. And do you want to give out your phone number?
I guess I could.
It's up to you. Whatever's easier. You know, I don't know which is the best. Sometimes email doesn't always go through. It gets in,
Right. No,
ends up
it's
in
okay.
junk or spam.
It's okay.
We don't want people to lose you after they've tried to get you.
914-330-1474.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming on today. This has been enlightening, I think, for other people as well. And I love that you always have this ability to be so collaborative with all the things that you do, and wanting to work with other people in regards to, you know, giving somebody literally, sometimes they're literally their life back, like that young fella. You know what I mean? Like, it just changes people's lives when they're able to do that. So thank you very much. And thanks for being part of this today. I look forward to your talk tomorrow at the Spiritualist Church. That ought to be interesting too. It always is. I am always fascinated by all the things you guys do. Let me go back to Earleen for a second. Earleen, yes, you're unmuted. Can you hear me okay, Earleen?
I can, yes.
Oh, okay, thanks. Earleen's in her office. Earleen was on last week too. Can you tell us, because Therese talked about it too, can you tell us a little bit about what the beamer does?
The beamer is a bioelectromagnetic field that goes through your body, but it's the closest to the Earth's gravity field. So I use it.
Is that it right there? Is that it on your chair over there? Right there.
It's right there.
Right?
I keep it with me at all times.
Yeah, right. Not a
In
bad
case I
thing.
need energy. I use it twice a day. So I use it morning and night. And then if I have a headache or knee pain or anything like that, I use the attachments to it and I put it over my head. My daughter comes in and thinks I'm really weird that I have this whole thing over my head, but it helps with the headaches. So yeah, it's an energy field that we're all part of. And what I've been doing during the lockdown, though, is learning a lot. Like, I know Stephanie's been taking a lot of classes. Dr. Joe Dispenza, and there are so many people out there talking about the energy field and how our brains and our subconscious and all of this comes together. I felt like everything was just kind of coming to me during this lockdown, and I'm really appreciative of me stopping. You know, we all have to stop every once in a while and just take it in. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow at church. Stephanie, I didn't know you were going to be talking, so that'll be great. But yes, the beamer has been part of my life. It has been for the last 3 years. And I believe
I met you when you first when you first started is, I think, when I met you up in Bloomfield, when we did a holistic fair
yes.
for that organization.
Yes, I forgot
Right?
about that. And
Yeah.
that's how I met Stephanie too. We were going to work together in Middletown.
Okay.
And Stephanie stayed and I decided not to. So, but the Red Barn is so cool. I love it there. I may be there at some point.
Yeah. I'm glad that the Red Barn moved to the Red Barn.
Yes, I am too.
It used to be the Middletown Collaborative. Now it's in the Red Barn. And I guess a lot of people in Connecticut know the Red Barn as the Red Barn. So it's kind of nice that they have a little legend going behind their location as well, which is kind of cool. And I know you've done treatments in the past with people on the beamer. Is that correct?
Oh yes, I have clients actually in Madison, which is convenient, a few in Avon and different places. Yes. I was like, Cheryl's like, Reiki will travel. So I said, well, I'm beamer will travel. I might as well try that. But no, it's really gratifying to be able to help somebody, you know, when they have a specific area that's bothering them.
And but your main focus is for chiropractors and people who see people on a regular basis to have those in their office. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Right.
And I also do a DNA nutritional supplement, which we now have a branch off of that, which is for doctors only. So it's wholesale to retail. And the doctors are very receptive to this because you take your DNA and that makes and designs your supplement.
Gotcha.
So I'm anxious to talk to doctors again. I like going into offices more so than telephone because they can't see who you are.
Yeah.
And we all know energy has it.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
And you're going to be on next week on the show here? Possibly?
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Well, I know you're booked for one of the weeks. I just didn't know which one. Is it? I don't know if it's next week or the week after. We have
I
2
don't think I booked a date
Okay.
actually,
It's up
so
in the air still.
whatever
Yeah.
you need.
Yep. So we're going to have 4 people next week as well. Karen couldn't get on, so that's why I had you fill in a couple of minutes here.
Oh, all right.
She's having trouble with her computer. You know, one of the things we're finding is there's all kinds of energy going on out there, right? And so people are like not sure where things are sometimes, and we're having, mega blasts, I think, of energy just going in different directions. And some of it's really good stuff. Like that's one of the things the lockdown has done for a lot of people, is allowed them to slow down enough to listen to themselves and to listen to their abilities to maybe take the next step of what they want to do in their life, which how great is that? And I think that's one of the things that has been a really good side benefit. I don't like being, not able to do my events. I'm a people person. I want to be with people. Thankfully, I can be with my family because we've been with each other all along. But, I miss the face-to-face with my vendors and exhibitors and the people that come to my events as well. I'm always appreciative that they want to come because they want to hear from you guys. So I want to wrap it up because we got a couple more minutes here yet with the final thoughts, which is Therese, Molly, and Stephanie. You can unmute yourselves, all of you. And I'm going to have you just give your name and information one more time, and we can sign off. So Therese, do you want to start?
Sure, I'm Therese Baumgart, and my website, you can email me at Therese at hypnosis, HYPNOSIS, and AFTEFTCT.com.
Okay. And your phone number again, that's fine.
203-710-7438. Happy to hear from anyone and everyone.
And I'm sure you can do questions if people have information that they want to ask you about whether or not you can help them, right?
Absolutely. Happy to talk to them.
Free consult, right? Initial.
That's right. That's right. Chat, 20 minutes.
Yep.
Available to everyone.
See if we can figure it out, right?
Right.
And okay, and thank you for being a part of today's show. I appreciate it. And then next we have Molly.
Hi, yep. I just wanted to say thank you for doing these virtual events, Shirley. This has been really interesting, and I'm really happy to meet all of you. It seems like many of you already know each other, and I'm kind of new to this group, but I'm looking forward to participating in more of these events, and like when we can do them in person, I'm really excited for that as well.
Okay.
My name again is Molly Graffam, and my phone number is 631-618-8242, and my email is my name, molly.graffam@gmail.com, MOLLY.GRAFFAM@gmail.com. Thank you.
Excellent. And thank you for being a participant as well. It's not a show without you guys. I always say that. And then next, Stephanie.
Hi. Thank you so much for doing this. This was nice seeing faces and having some type of communication with like-minded people. So I'm Stephanie Rosally-Kaplan of Autumn Sage LLC at the Red Barn in Durham.
Okay. Phone and email again.
I'm sorry?
Phone and email again, just so we have it.
My phone number is 914-330-1474. My email is ROSALYKAPLAN@gmail.com. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much. And Earleen, why don't you give your info just so we have it? You can unmute yourself.
I muted myself so I wouldn't be loud. Birds are so loud here. I love it. I just put up a bird feeder next to my window. Earleen Wright, and my email is earleenwright@comcast.net. My spelling is EARLEENWRIGHT@comcast.net. And my telephone number is 203-215-3222. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Tim, since we have you on, why don't you give your contact info for the ones that want to get
Phone number is 908-380-6709. And my email that I've used for this type of stuff is my business name, which is Lothamar Opals. That's LOTHEMAR opals@gmail.com.
Thank you
Those
so
are
much.
the most reliable ways to get me. Thank you very much, Shirley, for hosting the event.
Oh yeah, this has been fun. I'm looking forward to next week's show and the week after too. And then if it keeps going well, we'll just keep doing it, I guess, right?
Sure.
So I'm happy to have everybody who participated today be part of this. This has been great. And thank you so much for being a part of the show. This will be on, it's already being recorded on YouTube Live. We are on YouTube Live right now. I figured out how to do that, so that's kind of cool. Which, surprise, I figured out a new technology here. But we are going to be going into live events starting July 19th. We will be on a live event at the VFW in Plainville, Connecticut. So anybody who was scheduled for March and March and May were the two events that we're moving to the July 19th date at the VFW. We will have indoor and outdoor booths available. We're not sold out yet because we had some people at the tail end of March that were still signing up and then waited. So we still have some room if anybody wants to jump in on that. And then we also have the big expo is going to be August 23rd at the Hilton. Again, we will, be doing all the safety protocols for those that feel comfortable and safe coming to that one. And if not August, we have one again then in November for the big expo. So Tim has two booths actually with his opals and crystals and stones and things like that. And he has premier space because now people know where to look for him, right, Tim?
Yep, and I'm very grateful for that.
Well, it's nice. We got electricity over there, so that's the part you need.
Yeah, that's true.
We make that happen too. So again, I want to thank everyone for being a participant today in the show and being part of this. And I look forward to seeing you guys in person when we can do so safely. And hopefully, the people who are looking for you will be able to find you here first and then somewhere else virtually in physical form where we can actually display all of our cool things for people to know what we have. To support good health, both mentally, spiritually, emotionally, however they need good health, we want to be able to support that in the public. And that's been my passion for over 40 years. And I haven't really veered from that. I've just had new and different ways to bring it to the public, so to speak. And I'm appreciative of, being able to do this virtual stuff when I couldn't do the physical stuff. And I think, this is going to work in a different way, the way the world is going to work going forward. But there's so much confusion out there and so much conflicting information. I think that, hopefully time will give us a little bit more of an opportunity to understand exactly where we stand with all this stuff and be able to, maneuver safely through it. I always tell people, we have to remember too that it's not just about deaths, it's about recoveries and people who have over 500,000 people have had this COVID-19 and recovered and are fine. I know it's highly contagious, but I also know that it's not deadly for the majority of people. And those that it is deadly for, we hope that they're safe and that they are doing their protocols, washing their hands and not touching their face, which I end up touching my face a lot. But that's just, okay, that's where I'm at. So I'm learning some new things for myself too. I'm never too old to learn new things, right? And I think this has been just wonderful, and I appreciate everybody who's been a part of it again. And I hope to see you soon, either virtually or physically. And that's where I'm about hashtag physical distancing. So not socially distancing. I'm about being social, right? And yep. I think a lot of us are. So I thank you all again. I really appreciate you being here. So
Thanks, Shirley.
Signing off for this Saturday.
Weekend, everybody.
This is great.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next Saturday.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Bye.
Bye.